On January 20th, 2017, millions watched as a businessman with no prior political experience placed his hand on the Bible and became the 45th president of the United States. But Trump's journey to power didn't begin in Washington. It began decades earlier in the skyscrapers of New York City. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York. Raised in a family already rooted in real estate, Trump learned early about business, negotiation, and competition. After attending the Wharton School of Finance, he joined his father Fred Trump's company, then a modest housing business. But Trump had bigger plans. He wasn't interested in staying in the outer boroughs. He wanted Manhattan. He wanted skyscrapers. He wanted his name to be everywhere. In the 1980s, Trump transformed himself into a brand. Hotels, casinos, airlines, even a football team, and of course Trump Tower, the building that became both his headquarters and his personal symbol of success. He mastered media attention. He appeared in magazines, TV interviews, and even movies. To many, he was the definition of the American dream. To others, a symbol of excess and controversy. His celebrity peaked with The Apprentice, where one phrase, "you're fired," became a cultural phenomenon. And with every episode, Trump wasn't just entertaining America. He was building a political following without even knowing it. Trump had flirted with politics for years, giving interviews, criticizing leaders, and discussing national issues. But in 2015, something changed. Standing in Trump Tower, he announced he was running for president. Commentators laughed. Pundits dismissed it. Even some politicians didn't take him seriously. But the crowds did. Millions connected with his message, promises of change, strong borders, economic nationalism, and a new approach to leadership. He wasn't polished. He wasn't traditional. He wasn't predictable. And that was exactly why voters listened. The 2016 presidential campaign became one of the most intense and controversial in U.S. history. Rallies drew massive crowds. His speeches dominated headlines. His social media, especially Twitter, became a political weapon no candidate had used before. While critics challenged his style and statements, supporters believed he spoke directly to them without filters, scripts, or political correctness. And on November 8, 2016, the impossible happened. Donald Trump won the presidency. President Trump's time in office was marked by bold decisions, heated debates, and major events that shaped global politics. Changes to immigration policies, tax reforms, trade battles with China, COVID-19 response, Supreme Court appointments, a deeply divided political climate. Whether praised or criticized, one thing was clear. Trump dominated the world's attention like no modern president before him. After leaving office, Trump remained a powerful figure in American politics. He continued holding rallies, shaping debates, and influencing the direction of the Republican Party. Supporters see him as a fighter who challenged the political system. Critics view him as a divisive leader. But no matter what side you're on, Donald Trump's journey to power changed the landscape of American politics forever. Trump's rise wasn't just a political story, it was a story of a businessman, a celebrity, and a figure who broke every rule on his way to the top. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Trump's journey to power, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical and political deep dives. After leaving the White House in 2021, many expected Donald Trump to step away from public life. But the opposite happened. He continued hosting massive rallies across the country, speaking directly to his supporters. Instead of fading, his political influence grew even stronger. Trump became the central figure of the Republican Party, shaping primaries, endorsing candidates, and impacting national debates. His followers remained loyal, and his critics remained loud. But one thing stayed consistent. Trump kept dominating the conversation. In the years that followed, Trump faced multiple investigations, lawsuits, and indictments. Every headline, every court update, every interview kept him at the center of American news. Supporters saw these battles as proof that Trump was fighting a powerful system. Critics saw them as accountability. No matter the interpretation, the effect was the same. Trump remained one of the most talked about figures in modern American politics. Every news cycle, every platform, every channel. His ability to control attention became a political force of its own. By the early 2020s, Trump shaped a powerful comeback message. He positioned himself not just as a former president, but as a leader who believed his mission wasn't finished. With new rallies, new speeches, and a growing movement behind him, Trump transformed his story into a comeback narrative, a story of defeat and return, a story of loyalty and conflict, a story of a man determined to reclaim the power he once held. Whether admired or criticized, Trump's journey became one of the most dramatic political comebacks in American history, proving once again that with him, nothing is predictable. Trump's rise wasn't just a political story, it was a story of a businessman, a celebrity, and a figure who broke every rule on his way to the top. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Trump's journey to power, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical and political deep dives.